Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our Halloween edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me, as always, we got Kathleen and Shad Biffle. We got Rich Cooley's here, the Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and Scott Stiff Nipples Toney. Scott, what the heck was up with that picture you posted on Facebook?
Oh, my.
What? It's a picture.
Did you ever?
Not more now.
I mean, Jesus, God, it's like, there he is. Scott's back.
You don't have your
Oh
white
my
shirt.
God! You guys are really. I'm in the desert and I'm shirtless. Oh, go figure.
It looked like it was cold out there.
Lord.
But it looked like it was awful cold to not have a shirt on.
You funny guy. That's called pecs, man.
That had nothing to do with pecs. It's like Scott's back. Yep, no shirt. Yep, there's Scott. And he's back.
I was going to ask, did you get your nipples pierced or something? But
Are you at your mind?
So do you use OxyClean for soap? You like when you shower?
Does it irritate your nipples?
It must, I guess. I don't know.
think it is the OxyClean.
Yeah, that picture was a couple years back, but it was it was a fun time because it was like you had just enough water to work a sluice box, but not enough water to do anything else.
I thought that photo was like from yesterday or something.
Yeah.
No. It was a couple years back when we had to go back to the hand, we were dredging and everything. We had to go back to hand tools.
Oh, God forbid, hand tools, right?
Oh, Lord, it stunk. And that's what's this year's going to start out the same way. You got to go start banging on rocks again and moving stuff and like eating 5 little meals a day, because if you don't, you're going to burn yourself out really quick.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm have to check
We'll
the
be
picture
out there in 2 weeks.
that's right. And you got to
Yeah, I know.
And you got to put a few Band-Aids on your nipples to win some races, Scott.
What are they
I
like?
know you don't want them to get rubbed on your shirt and, cause a rash or something.
What are they like, bullets or something? I haven't seen.
You know what, Dennis? I can't even see what they're talking about. This is funny, but whatever.
These pasties.
No,
It
yes.
looks like
You don't want
it
those.
looks like a guy with his shirt off. And I know where he got the part from, because Michelle Harmon put that in there, which is a cousin of mine back home. She thought she was going to be funny. I guess Tim picked up on that comment, so
I
whatever.
didn't pick up on nothing. I just like, Jesus, I got a big monitor, Scott.
Right.
It's like, holy cow. It's like, Scott, put your shirt on.
I think Shad showed me that picture, at work? Or-
Yeah, at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Hey,
Those
back,
are
you know what? I look at it this way.
Dude.
I'm not ashamed of my body. I don't care.
Thank you for the entertainment, Scott. We appreciate it.
Thank you
Yes.
for giving us a laugh.
Yes.
Though I think you need to put how people put a coin so you can really tell how big that piece of that nugget is, or that big. There needs to be a ruler next to
You guys, there are some,
Yeah, so-
you guys are some funny people.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling
what
you
you
what.
should do. That's a good idea. Put a dime or something there. Or something.
You guys are losing it.
Any big plans for Halloween, Timmy?
Me?
Yeah.
He's gonna go get candy.
I would like to. I got a cabinet full. When is Halloween anyway?
Tomorrow.
I think
Happy
they already
Halloween,
had ours.
everybody.
I'm sure they already had ours. I mean, come on. They have it, usually a week before? It's
Oh,
like-
really?
Come
Yeah,
on, are
yeah,
you
they
serious?
Do. All these places do. It's weird. And it's like, wait, that's
You know-
not, it's not Halloween. How did you guys do it?
If you walk into Walmart, you think it's Christmas already.
Oh, you would swear it's a haunted Christmas, because they still got the Halloween crap up, and then they got it right next to Santa Clauses and
Yeah.
snowmen. Even
You know what?
Rose is the same way.
This is no joke, you guys. Back when I was a kid, it was 3 days of Halloween. The day before, you tried to get the early candy and the
Beggars
big
Night.
candy bars.
Yeah, you had Beggars Night.
The day of, that's
Yeah.
when you took the trash bags around, just collected everything.
Yeah.
And then the day after, when nobody else is out, that's when you go back to try to get the leftover candy.
Well, we never did that, but we did that too. We did the two, though. Yeah, definitely did. And you stayed out until the last porch light went off.
Oh my gosh, I think we were out till like 10:30.
Oh, easily.
But as long as we were around the block where we could hear somebody yell, we were cool.
Yeah, you didn't really have to worry about somebody yelling.
Like, when did you stop trick-or-treating? I stopped when I was, like, in middle school. We have high school kids that go around.
Oh, yeah,
I was going to say, we were pretty... Usually if you get older, you're not out trick-or-treating anymore. You're kind of doing other things, but...
Right. No.
I mean, no, they're knocking on our door. They don't even have costumes on.
Right.
And I'm like, what?
Give me some candy. This
What
is
are
my
you
costume.
just as, a millennial?
A socialist?
Give me my candy.
That's a good one.
It is. That's the truth, though, Kathleen. They do. It's like...
I don't get it.
Hey, did they ask
Times
for
have
half your
changed.
candy?
You know, one year I think we just put the bowl out the driveway and just let them take whatever.
Yeah.
Because it was cold.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the bowl back?
Yeah, we did.
I'm surprised somebody just didn't run off with it.
I can't have Kit Kats in the house, so they need to go.
Kit Kats are bad, right?
Ugh, I love them.
That's
Have a
what
break.
I mean. They're bad because I think Reese cups are just the same way. Good God, a cold Reese cup, there ain't nothing like it. It's like, mercy.
You know what really grabs me is gummy bears or Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, I got some gummy bears in the cabinets. I got the Sour Patch ones, though.
I will burn a bag up in 20 minutes. Even Jolly Ranchers. People's like, you're supposed to lick on them like a sucker. I'm like, what?
I don't like Jolly Ranchers. They never did. Used to trade them off. It's just like, no, Jolly Ranchers are just...
They hurt my teeth.
Yeah, they did.
I used to mess with people. I'm like, I got a $1 bet. They're like, what's that? I said, you got to suck on the Jolly Rancher for 2 minutes, put it between your back molars, bite down as hard as you can just before it breaks, and then tell me something.
You can't. Your jaw sticks together.
It's stuck together for 5 minutes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you try to pull it apart, you're pulling your teeth out. You got to sit there and keep licking on it until it dissolves.
That's what them things are bad for. It's making your jaw stick closed. Like
I just say, okay, here's your $1. Have fun.
it's like you got lockjaw or something when you try to eat them.
So do they even make this candy anymore? You would get it, it'd be like taffy or something. And it'd be in orange wax paper-like wrappers and black wrappers.
Yes.
Yeah, they still make it.
They still have that.
Do they?
Yeah, and it's still wrapped the same way in those little orange and black wrappers.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is that?
I always liked the one wrapped in the black wrapper because that tasted more like a black licorice type taffy, I believe.
Yeah.
I thought it was all the same.
Mm-mm.
Ours on the wrapper always just said one thing: saltwater taffy. Period.
I think that's all it is. It's
It
like
always-
saltwater
That's
taffy.
all
Like
it
a bit
is.
of honey.
Yeah, and the orange ones tasted like bit of honey. Yep.
And there was like
Yeah.
a peanut butter taste to
Yeah,
it.
kind of like bit
Yeah.
of honey did. Yeah, but there's another
Yep.
one that'll break your jaws than bit of honeys.
Oh, yeah.
But I think if I remember correctly, like all the like saltwater taffy, all that was from like over towards the New York area or Jersey area, something like that. That's where like the saltwater taffy was like got born big, like
Yeah, the East Coast.
yeah. But you
Right.
don't. I mean, I haven't seen it over here where I'm at for a long time. But I know a gas station. I can't think where I was at, but
You
they
guys
had
have,
it in
like-
there. And it said saltwater taffy on it. I was like, oh, my God, I ain't seen that stuff for a long time. Because remember, you could smack it against the table and it'd break in like 20 pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys give out suckers with scorpions, like, inside them.
Well, the scorpion, it's funny because the scorpions, the stinger's gone.
Right.
So, that's like the end of the stinger's gone. So, it ain't nothing. And you can actually, believe it or not, you can eat a scorpion and it doesn't bother you. It's like eating a little potato chip almost.
What does it taste like?
Actually, in
Chicken.
the sucker, nothing. Just tastes like a crispy shell.
Chicken.
Yeah, it's like, it's not really, you don't really taste it. Now, like the people that eat scorpions, when they're still running around in a bowl, and which there's people that do that, and the Asians do it as well. They eat scorpions, they'll grab them by the tail and pop them in their mouth.
So are you going to wrap them up and give them away for Halloween?
Are you kidding me? You know how much them things are?
They're expensive?
Oh my gosh, they're like $3 a piece.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Really? They're that much?
Oh yeah, they're expensive. They got there's ones that's got scorpions in it, and then the other one's got what we call a tequila worm, and I know they got some other name for it, but it's still a tequila worm. They got that in a sucker, and then what else do they got in a sucker? Ants, yeah.
Crickets.
And I can't. There's something else I'm forgetting. It's
Crickets.
a worm. It's a long worm, it looks like a centipede, but it's not
like
a centipede.
a silkworm or something like that.
No, it's got like a lot of legs.
Oh,
Millipede?
millipede. Yeah.
No, a centipede's. Which one's bigger, millipede or centipede?
Oh,
I know a centipede's big enough to bite you, but that's not it.
I don't know.
But you know those stupid ones that's got like a lot of legs? They got those in the suckers too. But it's not an actual centipede because a centipede can get 12 inches long and kill a bird. And that's not what they got in them.
Oh.
Is it those, what do they call them? Shad likes to call them water bugs, but I think they're called silverfish, maybe?
Silverfish, yeah.
No, there's no silverfish in them. Those are nasty.
Ugh.
How many
They're all over in Ohio.
Yeah, those are nasty bugs.
Silverfish, yeah.
Oh, they'll crawl in your ear. You don't want that happening. If you see one in your house, you just start spraying for them around the base and anything that's wet. Just kill them.
Yeah,
we have them
dampness. Yep.
in our basement.
Yep. Yeah, it's common. Like you said, Kathleen, here,
Yeah,
they're
it's moist.
Oh, there we go. John Hunt, crickets. That's right. John's right. John Hunt just said crickets. That's the other thing. They got crickets in the suckers, too.
I said crickets. I said crickets and grasshoppers, and you're like, no.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking, man, there's one that I'm forgetting that I should really remember, and that's what it is, crickets.
Pretty soon they're going to be putting stink bugs in them.
There you go.
So
Now that's an idea. It'd be like those jelly beans that you get.
Aren't those horrible? You don't even know what you're getting.
Yeah. That's the funniest stuff ever, though.
You go into a jelly bean bag and go, oh, look, it's a pretty color. That's going to taste good. You pop it in your mouth, and it's like earwax or something.
Or vomit or
what?
Stinky socks.
Some of them are nasty.
Arizona?
Oh, there's a stink bugs?
Yeah.
Not really. There are, but you don't see them like you do in the East Coast.
No, we got it.
And then there's another bug out here they call a stink bug, but it ain't a stink bug. The ones you're calling a stink bug, if you smash it, you're like, oh, man, why did I even do that for?
If you just scare
it smells like nasty cilantro.
Yeah,
like,
if you scare it.
Bad.
You don't have to smash it. If you just scare it, it'll let off that smell.
Oh, yeah.
It
And then all of his friends will start coming over.
Yep.
Because
Kathleen's nasty cilantro.
That's what it's like.
It smells like rotten cilantro.
They are a funky smelling bug. If you kill one, you know you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because if you even like kill one, then before you know it, they're coming out of the woodwork to that spot.
That's weird.
You know, I've always caught them in my car. I'm like, really? Why are you always in the car?
Oh, no, I've never had none in the car.
I've been spraying them with essential oils.
I don't think it's going to help the stink.
Well, the peppermint, I allegedly is supposed to, like, not... it's supposed to deter them, I guess.
Oh, okay.
From coming back to that spot, but...
Okay.
It worked one day, and then I just kind of stopped working.
Oh,
it's funny because Kathleen probably sees the same bugs because they go away, and all the females are like, you smell good. He's like, I could get some more of that. Go back and get another essential oil and come back again. Hey, ladies, I'm back.
What they're
bugs are everywhere.
Yeah, and what they're doing now, they're coming in to get warm to nest for the winter, and then as it warms up, they start coming back out again, out of your window seals and everything else. It's like, oh, you little rats. Yeah, they get in behind your walls and just nest for the wintertime, like hibernate.
Well, they destroyed my hydrangeas.
Right. Oh, yeah, they're brutal on some plants, yeah, they are.
I'll tell you what, you guys better get ready right now.
Oh, shuddy, I don't even want to hear about snow.
Oh, it's coming. Do you know what it is right now in Arizona?
No.
Freaking cold.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool. We've been watching the weather. We're like, dang, it's going to be like going to Ohio.
Hey, I got up this morning, walked outside, and I was like, holy cow, shorts is not an option. So I walk back in, and I'm sitting there, and I come back out, and I'm like, okay, I got a T-shirt on and some sweatpants. That's totally fine. I come back out at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, where's my coat? I was like, there's a wind blowing.
Oh, I thought you were
it's a wind blowing
around without a shirt.
Yeah.
No. Heck no. You ain't going around with no shirt right now. Like right now, I think it's low 50s. Just like right now, it feels low 50s to me.
That's what it's like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning it was ridiculous. But we're getting there, all these what they call the downdrafts from Colorado and Nevada and stuff like that, where the snow's actually coming down and going across the United States. So I can't believe it's this cold right now, this early. It's early to me.
Well, it's 56 here right now. And rainy, cold.
And rainy, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got rain coming. I knew that.
But man, it's going to
be. They got rain from Indiana. I think clear down to my brother lives in Georgia. I just talked to him. He said it's been raining there today too. So that's a big old swath of rain.
Big old swath of rain, you say?
Swath.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody's trying to call us. Let's see. Well, wait a minute. They've been trying for a couple minutes to see who it is. Let's see if they call back.
Is somebody going to call the bat phone?
Oh, somebody was calling. Somebody was calling. No, they're not.
I do have some ghost stories today.
I know. I remember you. I seen the banner. Is this?
Yeah.
Is it haunted fun facts or just like haunted stories?
We're going. I didn't have the news. It's kind of like a closer look.
Okay.
But
like a haunted.
That's it.
Haunted closer look.
Yeah, the haunted gold rush.
And I.
Because
era.
I was going to try to do some researches on a couple of places too. I was like, but I was sitting there thinking, man, I think Kathleen might have talked about like two of these places, like one of her specials. I'm like,
I could have
bring up that. Yeah, because you talked about old cities and stuff like that because you're into it. And I was thinking, man, I don't want to bring up something we've already talked about. That's not going to be fun. So.
Well, just some of it might be repetitive for like what I did last year, but then I embellished it a little bit and added some more.
Uh-huh.
So each year, we'll just get a little variation of the Halloween edition.
Right, the Halloween edition, because it's the Halloweenish show, I mean,
yes,
kind of. So that's why we
don't forget the Tommy knockers.
Have our scary stories.
Yeah, I talked about them before.
Yeah,
but
I think you might have.
This one is more geared towards the gold rush itself in that region, and just some kind of strange locations.
Okay.
Well, the gold rush stories are always pretty good, and the reason why I believe that they're always pretty good is because you guys, anybody that's ever studied the gold rush or anything know how many people actually died from that march. So
and not only that, it's just like the passion, because people got that gold fever, and gold makes you do some crazy things.
Crazy. Yeah, so that'll be cool. We'll do that here shortly, right, Kathleen?
Yep.
Right, so that'll be cool.
Don't you think it's funny though that like when the gold rush actually happened, you had like poor people and just massive floods coming across the country,
Why not?
I could see that.
Yeah, it was their chance to not be poor no more.
But I will say one thing though.
What?
If we didn't have that gold rush, there wouldn't be the
state of California.
No, there wouldn't be because there was a lot of people back in the day back over there that was in the East Coast because they migrated here. They farmed, they got their ground, and then stuff happened, and people were broke, and then they moved this way. So we the gold rush actually, in my opinion, kind of helped get us across America, and you know what I'm saying. All the immigrants come across, and some people found gold in farmland. They're like, oh man, I don't need to go there. I got it right here. This is what I've been looking for. So many different kinds of people went across to find gold, but not everybody made it that far to actually find gold because they found gold in their own peace of mind, which I think is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It definitely is, without a doubt. So, did anybody wear a Halloween costume tonight?
No. I don't really get into dressing up or anything. Actually, I'm not really a fan of Halloween, honestly.
Right.
I don't know why.
It was more fun when your kids are real
when
small.
I was a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Or when we
were
kids.
If everything wasn't freaking illegal now, it would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
Oh, yeah, I heard about the stories about the Halloween costumes that are offending people.
Oh,
like
my gosh.
the
Come on,
little
Rick.
girls who dress up as brides.
Oh, yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, the feminists are really going nuts about that.
Really?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus God.
Like child brides.
Oh, my
But
God.
yet it's okay if, some woman dresses up like, a really promiscuous
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
oh, that's
just-
not offensive to women.
Oh, gosh,
but,
no.
okay.
I got a rule of thumb: quit screwing with kids, people.
Yeah, right. Let them be kids. Only a kid
Well,
once.
that's what they are.
Right,
Exactly.
only a kid once. Come
It's
on.
like they said, you can't dress up as anything, as an ethnic group. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you can't dress up as an Indian. You can't dress up as this. You can't. I'm like, wait a minute. It's Halloween. They've got some pretty scary stuff going in other spots. They got what do you call them? Wives' tales. They got their characters. They got. Every place has got their characters.
Right.
Every country has got stuff that, oh my God, there's a boogeyman in every country. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's taking the fun out of everything.
Right.
Yeah, they are. And it's I hate that. It's sucking us all dry. They are taking the fun out of everything.
It was about using your imagination when you was a kid and coming up with something to dress up as, and no matter how off the wall it was, nobody thought nothing of it. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Back in the day,
nobody was
we had
offended.
masks that we wore that looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost
Yeah.
or some
Yeah.
cartoon character. You remember those old rubber band things? Somebody
Oh,
pulled
God.
back and let them go. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would get caught in my hair.
you think they just broke your nose? They're so hard.
Oh, and they were so cool.
They're
Remember
just making everything racial anymore.
that what, Dennis?
I said they're just making everything too racial.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean,
It's getting stupid.
But you remember
I
them
know.
costumes, how much joy you got going and getting to pick out your costume? that
Yeah.
crappy little plastic mask, and it was like, oh, geez. That was the coolest. They'd last about 2 hours, and the rubber band would break, and it was...
I was always a witch.
I don't even remember half of them that I was when I was a kid.
Hey, back in the
Poor
like I said,
gypsy.
Yeah.
back when I was like, I don't know, 7 to 10, our stuff would be like, you know what, we're not buying nothing. What are you gonna do? Give me that sheet, cut 2 holes in it. I'm a ghost. Let's go.
It
See,
got
I did that 1 year too, but I got yelled at because I didn't ask permission.
Yeah, because it's cheaper to buy the cheap costume than to cut up your parents' sheets. It's like, I'll spend the $5 and get you the costume. Yeah.
Well, what's bad was I couldn't find a white sheet, so mine was like a yellow polka dot.
It's just like off-white.
I tell you what though, there was one Halloween, and I think I was like 13 or 14, but I had the best costume I ever had, and I spent probably about back in the day, $40 was a lot for it.
Oh, geez.
But it was one of those costumes where you actually had like the glue that you put it to your face, and
Uh-huh.
then you put stuff around it, painted your eyes, and once you got done, it looked like really freaking real.
Uh-huh.
Like one of them is one when you jump out and go, boo, somebody's going
well-
to punch you in the face because you look so real.
Well, what was it?
It was a wolf.
Oh, a wolf. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
But it was cool because, you put the hair on and everything. After you got that stuff all on, dude, it was like amazing. And then, I had my Uncle Jeff, which
You
was,
have to glue some hair.
you
You
used,
bald head too.
funny guys. But no,
What noise did you make though as a werewolf?
Yeah.
you use those gum spirits, what they call it. And you the mask actually looked like a piece of you.
Did you
It
howl?
didn't look like it was off.
Did you howl?
See, that's big money. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to dress up like as a devil or anything evil looking. My mom forbid it.
He's a son of...
It's the devil, Bobby.
I'll tell you what, though, my Uncle Jeff, back in Indiana, Jeff Michael, there was 1 year that he come over, and, man, he had like a really expensive costume as an old man. And he walked in the house, and all of us kids are like, who is this guy? He sat down, he's talking to Mom and Dad, and we're sitting there for like 20 minutes like, who in the hell is this dude? And then finally, he started talking like he usually does, and we're like, are you kidding me? I mean, it was that good. We could not tell him from just an old man. And we're like, where'd this guy come from? It's like Halloween, and he comes walking in. We don't know who he sits down, starts talking. We're like, what's this old guy doing? We need to give out candy. This guy needs to beat it.
See, you should have dressed up as a wolf again, Scott. You know, this year.
Dude, those costumes now cost you $150.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right for something like that. It'd be outrageous. You know?
No, really, go check them out. Some of those costumes are really elaborate. I mean, they'll go, it only takes an hour and a half to get into, $220.
Gee.
Like, it takes me an hour and a half, and it's $220.
Yeah.
That thing ought to be
really
form-fitting.
into that crap. It's like, no, not happening. I say just put on a baby dentist mask and go on out trick or treat.
I don't know, Scott. You could do the slutty Mr. Rogers costume that's out there this year.
Oh, that's just funny.
But that's okay.
Speaking of which,
Don't be a
I
bride.
got my baby Timmy mask.
You forgot it?
Oh, I still have it.
What are you broadcasting on tonight? Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't hardly hear you sometimes. Put the phone close to your mouth. I am here, Tim.
I got it right there.
All right?
I said I still have my baby Timmy mask.
I thought you left it in Idaho.
No, I found its twin.
Are they?
Well, I was going to say, I thought you had like 5 of those.
Well, he had a baby Shad, a baby
I
Tim.
lost one. I did leave one in Idaho. I found a twin.
He had a baby. Didn't you have a baby Scott? Didn't you have all of us? Except
Pretty much, yeah.
Except, I know you had me and Shad. I thought you had a Scott too. You know?
I'll baby Scott him.
Are they selling them things again at the dollar store this year, Dennis?
You know what? I haven't even looked.
I wouldn't doubt it, right?
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
They probably are. All right, let's see who's trying to give us a call. Somebody's obviously wanting to talk to us. Okay?
Well, you got to let him through, bro.
All
Gotta let
right,
him
I
in.
will. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? Let me see. Okay, typical Skype. Hang on, caller. Why does it do this every single...
Give us 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Nah, not even. All right, caller, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey!
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, it's Nick Gall, president of DCPA out here in Roseburg, Oregon. How
Nick.
y'all doing?
How are you, buddy?
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to call real quick before you guys get into your haunted stories and everything.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to know if you guys have been covering Waldo Mining District's half a pound of gold raffle that they've got going on.
I shared that the other day.
Okay.
But there was no link to where people could go and, get involved in it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So I can pop something in the chat room,
How about putting it on our event
share
page?
that with y'all, so you can, whoever wants to buy tickets for that can buy tickets now that the GPS raffle is over for the moment.
Right. Why don't you just post it in the event section, too, on the site, Nick? And that way it'll be there. Because when's that end? That's ending real soon, ain't it?
So that's why I was calling tonight. Tonight and maybe even tomorrow would be the last-minute deadline for the preliminary drawing. So they've got one coming up on Friday, November 1st. That's their first drawing.
Okay.
And any tickets purchased for that will also be good for the 2020 raffle, which is the half pound of gold. But if everybody wants to get their tickets in for this drawing, you want to get them in soon.
Okay.
The grand prize is a lifetime membership to AMRA.
Okay.
Which for folks on the West Coast would be absolutely wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got a bunch of other prizes beyond that. They're giving away a Rigger 1022,
nice.
quarter ounce of gold, and some gold nuggets, and a bunch of equipment. So
nice.
Anyway, I think I'll go ahead and put that in the chat room for everyone, and let you guys turn you guys on to that. If anybody wants to get their last minute tickets, do it.
Nice.
Hey, Nick, while you're on here, are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I am.
All right, hey, won't you friend me, and I can get you that tracking number.
Oh, cool! I'll do that. I'll do that here as soon as you hang up.
I can get it. I'll get it sent to you like on Facebook Messenger. I'll dig out the ticket, and that way I'll send you that tracking number to all that dirt that's headed your way.
Yeah, sweet. Sounds good. Thanks, Dennis.
There you go.
All right, I'll let you guys go. I just
Cool,
wanted
Nick.
to chat about that raffle going on. And,
Yeah, make a post on
everyone
the
else.
site so it'll stay there. So until it's
Yeah, throw it
over.
to the chat room too.
Yeah, and then throw it in the chat room.
Yeah, I'll do the
also.
chat room, and then I'll be able to. Yeah, I'll get it
Awesome.
on the events.
Yeah,
'cause,
thanks, Nick.
Yeah, I'm doing mining stuff tonight. So you
Yeah.
bet, guys.
Cool. Thanks, brother. You have a good evening.
All right, we'll
Thanks
talk to you
for
guys
calling.
soon. You too.
All right, bye, buddy.
Yeah, bye-bye.
That's right.
Half a pound of
Half
gold.
pound. Yeah, and all kinds of other good stuff. Yeah, lifetime membership to Amra, quarter ounce of gold, nuggets. Yeah, so check that out. Nick will post that on there, and you guys can check it out because it's going to be ended in a couple of days. So better get in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of Amber, I'm a lifetime member.
Shows Kathleen and Shad.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Because they're moving to Arizona.
In fact, we may go, when we're out in Arizona, go wander around some of their Amber claims.
You know,
Did you guys get your lifetime shirts and hats yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Shad and
I didn't
Kathleen.
know they were giving them out.
Shad.
Huh?
What, Tim?
He's not special, I guess. Scott's special.
What I was going to ask
Yeah.
you, Shad and Kathleen, is, Shad, how come you guys didn't get one of them treasure maps from Jeff and go look for that treasure while you're down there?
I know. The timing just wasn't right.
Bummer. Okay.
No, that would be cool, but that's also in Nevada. That's
Oh,
in the wrong
Arizona.
area.
That's true. Well, I didn't know how far
It's probably
it
gonna
was.
be freaking cold.
I didn't know how far it was from where you was going to be, though. You know?
Pretty far.
Is it? Dang.
I don't know.
About 5 hours.
Because that would have been sweet. Because
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That would be
but,
cool to walk over there, get the treasure, say hi, hand him back his camera, and take all the stuff.
Yeah.
Go hang out at the metal detecting event.
Yeah.
Find like a 2-ounce nugget.
Yeah.
Then go over to Amra, hang out, find about another ounce and a half,
Yeah.
and then come home and say, "Yeah, it was a pretty good trip."
Sounds like
And we're also supposed to go see some, property that, where we want to live.
Oh, okay. Now, see, that sounds like a full plate right there.
It is. We've got a jam-packed schedule.
Man.
And we're staying at a haunted hotel.
Oh, yeah.
First
All
night,
right.
just-
Where's that at?
The San Carlos? Is that what it is?
Yep, the San Carlos.
Oh,
It's in
that's-
Phoenix.
It's in Phoenix because we had to stay close to get supplies and meet up before. But yeah, it's downtown Phoenix. I guess it's haunted.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Now, when you guys go up to that thing, are you gonna camp up there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, we're not gonna
bringing our
camp up there.
sleeping gear. What's that?
Yeah, I mean, me and Lisa's we're gonna go back to camp, back to Black Canyon City. It's only like 25 miles, but we're not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty chilly.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, no, you just gotta think. She wants to go. She wants to go and everything, but we're like right there. So for us,
yeah, you're close.
I mean,
for
that's
us,
how
it's
we
like,
were, like, when we
25
went to like,
miles.
Gold Rush and stuff.
Heck yeah.
Well, I will say this: it is warming up out there next week, Swifty. Not in the 30s anymore at night, but it's going to be back in the 50s for the lows.
Oh, there.
Well, I know where you're at, and I know where I'm at. Where I'm at is probably going to be 50s for the lows. Where you're at, no.
You want to make a bet on that too?
We got this fancy little GPS thingy now.
Well, you guys are up but close to Prescott. You guys don't understand. You're up above the plateau.
No, you're not that far up. See, I'm going to teach you how to read a map when we meet up.
You're gonna
I
have
want to
Yeah.
show you. You're like Tim Grimes.
I know where. Look, dude, I know where it snows and where it doesn't snow because I'm down camping where I'm camping at. I look up and I know where it snows. We don't go up there. It's called above the plateau. It's another 2,000 feet. If you go up there, you're gonna get it, and that's
Okay.
level clear across to Prescott.
Now, Shad, I take offense to that. What do you mean he's like me?
Oh, you know how like Dennis would be like, "Oh, well, you got storms coming for you," and it's like, how why is it moving that way? Because you think like where you live is somewhere different. Like, I'll say, "Hey, you live north of us," and you're like, "No, you're north of us, Shad."
I get a little confused occasionally.
Yeah, you are.
Get turned around.
Quite often. I'm sorry you took offense. I apologize.
I didn't.
I was
didn't
just trying
take
to say there's
offense.
a
It
lot.
was
There's
just
weird
funny.
things. There's weird things that happen in Arizona here.
Hey, don't worry, man. We'll be good.
Yeah, it's all good. Shad them will be fine. Shad's a map reader. It's all good.
That's right. We'll have a Jimbo. We'll just snuggle with him and use him.
We're the wandering buffaloes.
There you go. They'll be fine. I mean, come on. It's only a couple nights in the 50s. That's
I know. That's so cold, right?
I know, right?
That's nice.
Hey, when we were out there the one year or two, we came out same time of year.
Yep.
We woke up with frost one morning on our sleeping bags.
That was probably the worst.
Right,
yeah.
so that's
I
cold.
thought I peed myself.
I did too. I was like,
the sleeping bag was all wet.
This is weird.
If it's that cold to frost, it's cold, right? It's a lot colder than 50, right? So they'll be fine.
Yeah, without a tent or anything. You
just
get moist.
Yeah, it would be a bit moist, especially like that. Oh,
that damn moon was so bright. I remember it better not be that bright again.
Nobody turn it off.
I was like, turn the moon off already.
It's real cool when it's like that because man, it is
the way it looks. But you're trying to sleep.
That was the first time I ever slept under the stars without like a tent or anything.
Right.
And it's just all you hear is your breathing. And it's so relaxing to look up in the sky.
Until you hear the donkeys going.
Well, that was kind of weird.
I was say that's all I heard was donkeys when I slept out.
Sometimes you'll hear an occasional donkey party, but
why do donkeys get verbal at night?
Because something might be getting close to them, like a coyote or something like that, or they're calling in the rest of the herd. Usually, like if it gets cold and stuff like that, they'll get in a bunch and they'll set in a tight spot, like in the middle of a cliff. You're like, what the heck are they doing there? Because there's no wind or nothing there.
Right.
Oh.
And then by the time the sun comes up, you're like, oh, let's get a picture. They're freaking gone.
Oh. So they're just calling each other to huddle up for warmth?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh. And that,
weird.
Okay.
Or like I said, if a coyote comes in amongst the pack, you'll really hear them going off.
Okay.
You heard a lone coyote.
Yeah,
that was kind of weird.
You would hear the coyote, then you'd hear the donkey, so they were probably warning.
Maybe, see? That could be. So if you hear a donkey at night, then you might want to just pay a little bit of attention.
Donkey.
Donkey. All right. Well, here's what... Shad, are you back now?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I wasn't sure if you was, so...
Don't you remember I insulted you?
Yeah, I know, but I still didn't know if you was back yet because I remember you had to go and then you're back, and I don't know if you're back yet.
We did a really good job of covering.
Obviously.
I guess so.
Dang, Shad was gone and back and didn't even realize it. Okay, so you are back.
That's right, and I'm ready to do some market prices.
Go ahead, you do them, and then we'll do a commercial, and then we'll come back with some Kathleen's haunted stories, okay?
Yeah, come on, give me some good news.
All right, gold is recovering. It's up $8 to $1,496.
No, it's below 15.
Wait a minute, what?
Yep. It dropped, and then but it's went up $8 to $1,496.
Oh man, it's below. Dang it!
Yeah. Just throw $4 in there, Scott. It'll be 15. Yeah.
It'll be good, man. Silver's up 6 cents at $17.86.
Oh, geez, that's below 18.
Hey, it could be at 14.
This is true. This is true.
Platinum, that one's up $5 at $928. So,
okay,
not bad.
No,
It's not bad. The big mover here is palladium, up $33 at $1,806.
Dang, that is a big move, ain't it?
Yep, it's a big one. And rhodium, that fell $25 to $5,405.
When that drops, you don't even really notice because it's so damn
No,
high. Anyway.
it's so ridiculous.
It's like really.
But I saw an article today that was talking about how palladium is now a real precious metal price or precious metal. It had some funny thing to it.
Oh, really?
Like they're recognizing how good palladium's been doing. So
really, so
yeah.
So is that going to make it go up even more?
No, usually when they say that stuff, everything becomes the opposite.
Oh, so okay.
Like, there's still articles out there. I think, like, some of these websites, podcasts that are whatever, I mean, they just talk nonsense all day and then redo it all the next. I mean, they're
I got
way
you.
off.
Wow. Okay.
There's articles about what? Oh, don't worry, gold's going to hit 2,000.
Right.
And they'll have some cockamamie reason. But then 2 days later, they'll say, oh, gold should be, hopefully will break up to get up to 1,600. It's something opposite. So I don't know. I don't put too much stock in what they ever say about precious metal prices. So.
I got you.
Gold, I don't believe gold could hold at 2,000 for very long. Even if it hit, it would touch it and just drop.
Yeah.
I think if it hit 2,000, that would be like a lot of people with a lot of money pushing it up, and then banking over and going to sell, and it'll drop right back down, and it'll hover around where we're at. But to hover around 2,000, man, that's a lot of USD, if you know what I mean.
Election coming up, what's going to happen?
True. We wonder. See what.
Well, yeah, I
happens then.
think. Did you hear Kathleen?
Yeah, that's what I said. I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know how the markets are, but stuff's being very responsive to anything. So I think gold could potentially go up. The uncertainty of so much.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I
goes up.
Like I always said, if you watch it, when the last president was in, it was at 23, 24, banking around there. And when the other president come in, it took a year, and it jumped up to 26, 27, and now it's hanging around the 27 mark. So, I mean, I don't think, even if it dropped down to 26, 26.5, 26.4, I still don't think we're getting that hurt. I mean, I still see a lot of help wanted signs around. I still see a lot of companies that are thriving. This is brand new. I don't know. I mean, I think I feel pretty comfortable. Whatever happens, because we're pretty strong right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Whenever there's uncertainty with the dollar, gold goes up.
Oh yeah. Gold's what they call it, palatable, and dollar bill is just paper, But
is it?
Okay,
no,
buddy.
Is it?
Well, you got to understand. I said,
so with the election year coming up, there's probably going to be some craziness going on, and the uncertainty of
it affects market price.
It does.
Oh yes, it does.
That's what.
But by any means, I am not giving anybody investment advice.
Well, I mean, there's some big companies that'll kind of hold their money on idle until they actually find out and know, which big companies kind of got the inside thing. But when they know which way it's going to go, then they'll start, playing a little bit more. But they won't go. They won't do the big stuff while stuff's going on, because if you go big and all of a sudden it goes south, you lost a whole lot, and they don't want that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Scott.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Let's do birthdays real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait a minute. Is Dennis singing tonight? He's been not here.
Well, yeah, I'm singing.
I was going to say he's missed the last 2 weeks I know of.
I know. Haven't you missed I don't even know. Are you ready?
Where'd you go, Tim?
I don't know. Are you ready then, Dennis?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Take it away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, there you go. I missed that.
Well, all right. It's October 30th, and we have Alex, Bob Gill, Brent G, Buck Brown, Catherine, Dane Blackburn, Don Finley, Eddie Stefan, Israel Mendoza, John Baker, John Gorski, John Rickenbrod, Michael Treadlight, Michael Watson, oh my word, Mike DeYoung, Richard Miller, Richard Randall, Rudy Laura, Tommy Scott, and I can't see what's after that.
Dang.
I think you should feature Buck Brown.
Wait a minute. Okay. So, what there's a lot of people with birthdays today.
Uh-huh.
Let's count back 9 months.
What happened 9
9
months?
months. Somebody do the math.
St. Patty's Day?
Oh, no, it's
No?
Valentine's Day or
No,
after?
that's November birthdays.
President's Day.
Mardi Gras. I don't know.
So wait, they would have been conceived in February, March, April, May, June, July, August,
January.
September, October, November. Wait.
No, they would have been conceived in like January.
End
right?
of January.
So it must-
January.
oh, I was
yeah,
gonna
end
say-
of January or early or February. Yeah.
Groundhog
So
Day.
it's the guy that's old enough to be in denial.
Super Bowl.
Wait, oh yeah, was it Super Bowl Sunday?
Maybe. Could have been. Not a birthday.
We like to play that game.
All right, but let's feature now Buck Brown.
All right.
Buck Brown is from Green River, Wyoming. He enjoys metal detecting and panning. He doesn't belong to any clubs, but he heard us through the GPAA forums.
Oh, cool.
Now, good old Buck Brown has been a member since 2014.
Well,
All right.
Man, pretty cool. Buck Brown. I like that
Buck
name.
Brown.
I like that name.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
As you were.
Okay.
He has been a member of the site since April 24th, 2010.
Dang, he's been around for a long time. Dang, because this is 2019.
That was before me, wasn't it?
Probably was.
That was
Wow.
before all of us.
Yeah.
Except
I think I come in like, what,
That's
11 or
good.
12, I think? Maybe.
Yeah. that'd
No,
be
maybe 14. Shoot, I don't even remember no
Dang.
more.
2010 BS. That would be before Scott. Is what that
Well, happy
I think it is before me. I think he's way before me.
Yeah, dang. That's a
That's
long time.
bloody before Scott BS.
That's what we'll call the years now.
I don't remember when I got on, but it wasn't like, I think you had like 2,000 people or 1,000 something on there or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know. Shad, how do you always find out what year they joined?
I was going to say, I found the site and I was like, oh, look at all this information.
Go to like their post history
Mm-hmm.
and view all comments and just go to
See,
the very
like,
end
right
and the
when they
last
were
one
welcome.
it says.
Yeah, like when they were welcome. So even Scott could find
Yeah.
his like that, too.
Oh, we want to solve this right
Let's
now.
solve this mystery. This
Was
is,
I
let
like
me-
13 or 14 or 15? I can't remember.
I don't know.
14,
I don't-
13?
I don't know, Scooby. Let's get to the bottom of this, though.
You know, I could be wrong. I don't even know.
We're going to figure this one. We're going to solve this mystery for you, Shaggy.
Shaggy.
If I go in gold seasons, it's been a long time.
All right, so what year do you think you joined, Scott?
I thought maybe 2000, maybe 13 or
That's
14.
what I was thinking, 13.
March 25th, 2012.
Okay, I was wrong.
You are way off.
Missed it by that much.
And the first comment on you was from Cecil CCVNC, said, "Hello, Scott. Enjoy it here." All in caps. He was yelling at you.
You had to put the all in
Chad,
caps.
how did
there,
he find out about
What's that?
What's that?
it? How did Scott find out about it? What was his...
Oh,
Oh,
I
on
found
Scott's
out-
profile?
Let's feature Scott.
I
feature
guess
Scott.
let's take a look at Scott.
I can't remember how I found it.
All right. Well, you got a lot of crap on your page. Scott Swiftwater Toney is from Phoenix, Arizona. He does all of it, all type of prospecting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He belongs to AMRA and the GPAA. He a contact through the GPAA is how you heard about the site.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
contact.
And what kind of equipment does Scott use? All.
Dang, Scott was just
Man, that's
full
true.
You were just full of information
You
there,
man,
Scott. You know, you can update your profile, Scott, at any time. You could change that.
I call your initials on that one. I call
Yeah,
that
call
BS.
BS on that before Scott. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I concur.
2012. Wow.
Wow, a lot of years ago.
That's, you know what, really, if you,
7.
I mean, really, since I've like been on the radio show and with you guys, it's been like a blink. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that long. You know, I remember when you guys got hold of me, like, oh, you want me to be on the radio show? I'm like, what? Okay, this is going to be cool.
Well, that was, what,
Yeah,
2?
I think Kathleen and I are the newbies.
That was, what,
Yeah,
2?
we are the newest.
Yeah.
January 25th, 2016 is when we joined.
16?
Yeah, 2016.
Kathleen, was you guys a guest on the show too before you got on as?
Kathleen she called in,
Kathleen
I
used
would
to
call in every now
and then she started calling in more and more, and then we met up with Dennis,
Right.
and Tim, and yeah, over time
The rest
they
is
liked
history.
It's
Kathleen.
history.
Cool.
They felt bad. It was like, okay, Shad, you could be the producer. We'll give you that title so you don't feel so bad, but you can never talk on the show. And I was like, okay, thanks, guys.
But you can't talk on the show. No, I remember when Tim called me up, wanted me to be a guest on there. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, my YouTube videos are kind of paying off. You know, I'm getting notoriety. What do you?
Notoriety.
You were a guest.
Yeah, that too.
You were a guest on the show, right?
Yeah, and then and it was cool because it was like, I don't know, maybe a year later, and he called me back. It's like, oh, you want to come on and be a host? I was like, well, heck yeah, man.
See,
Get me on the radio all the time,
folks. You know what? Learn this. Drinking alcohol all day long outside in the sun at a pool in Las Vegas.
You get a Scott.
Yeah, you come up with an idea. Hey, you know what? We need somebody on the West Coast. How about that Scott Toney?
Yeah.
And we made a bad decision, and yada, yada, yada. Scott's here.
Yeah, I remember my first beer, too. It kind of went like that. Yeah, bad decisions. Yep.
That whole trip was a blur.
That was probably, I think, the funnest trip as a crew
Oh, it was.
that we did.
It was.
All together. You know,
Was Vegas?
Yeah.
It was Vegas, and then we went out mining.
yeah.
Yeah, Vegas.
That was awesome.
I thought Nashville was fun.
Nashville was a blast,
at the
too.
mining.
Hanging out
Yeah, but
outside
Vegas
the
was
hotel at
phenomenal.
night. No,
Vegas was fun because we got to prospect.
right,
Yeah.
but
Well,
Nashville was fun because
Go ahead.
we was hanging outside at the hotel at night and just
Yeah.
in the
I
back of a
remember
pickup
that.
truck, guns everywhere. It was just fun. It was a good time.
For those
I
of you,
tell you what, the funniest part that I ever and I laughed so hard I cried was the day that Shad got done panning his go pan and he licked the bottom of it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
He licked.
And what was said and done after that, I'm not gonna repeat, but I laughed until I cried.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about, man.
That was Dayton.
that was
the
Dayton.
old show.
That was Dayton. Yes, it was.
Yes, that was a good time.
That was
I
fun too.
you know what's funny, because I love Vegas because that gold show was, I think, the first time I've been to Vegas.
Really?
So, oh yeah, that's why I was coming in. And when I was coming in to go up to the room, I was watching Kevin Hoagland come out to get coffee.
Dang. Oh, dang.
It was a fun night. I couldn't, yeah, it's Vegas, let's go.
All right,
Well,
it
it really panned out for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a fun time.
I know. Look at that, man.
All right. Now
If you didn't go, we would have never thought of you, and you would be on the show.
it must have been.
Hey, you know what's really good is because I got to meet Sean Pomeranke and his dad.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Prospector Space Radio.
Yeah, and then I got to see all you guys doing your show. I got to see what was it, Ronald? Yeah, he does a little live thing every now and then. Yeah,
Cold Star.
yeah. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I got to meet him and got to do some interviews with him. And man, it was so funny because Lisa's like, man, this is not like Phoenix. Like everybody knows you. She goes, I'm going down and playing slot machines. You can sit up here and talk with these guys.
Sure.
Our booth was right across the aisle from the Pomeranke.
I know. We had
so-
to look
Yeah.
We had to look at them all day, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And they had to look at us.
They had to look at us all day.
I thought it was, you know what, you guys, personally, I thought it was a fabulous setup. I mean, you guys are right across from them. You know, people turn around, they see you, like, hey, what are you guys about? And you guys, I think Vegas really got Gold Prospector's name out a lot at that time.
Well, if you watch one of the episodes, you can see, I think, Tim, and I think at the time...
The booth, briefly. The booth, the gold on there on the Bering Sea Gold.
You can.
I wish I could find that.
Isn't there didn't you guys had a whole video on that show, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That was cool. That was a fun time, like you said.
Because didn't you have the Palm Rinkies come over, and I think Shannon Poe come over too as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a handful, and then
bunches.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was fun.
But special thanks to Mike Dahl of American Mining Supply.
Right.
He's the one who gave us room to have a booth because of mix-ups.
He sure did. Big thanks.
What's
to
the name again?
We'll never forget that.
Nope, never. God, no, never ever.
Who was that again?
Mike Dahl, American Mining Supply.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's right.
Great guy.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a commercial real quick, and I want to hear some of Kathleen's spooky stories.
Okay.
Are you guys in for that?
Sounds good.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe. Metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
Boo, there's Kathleen.
Shad had it on mute, and he's like, talk, and I'm like, get it off of mute.
I didn't say anything.
You're like, moving his hands.
I'm just staring at the muted microphone.
Anywho.
Like, you gotta talk?
We have to make an entrance, right? It's a special Halloween episode.
It's
October
Halloweeny!
30th. Tomorrow is actually Halloween, so tonight we're doing we're not having news or anything like that. We're just going to go right into some haunted fun facts, but it's pretty extended. So,
I'm in.
Hey,
so
just don't they call this All Hallows Eve before Halloween, right?
No, I think that's what they call Halloween.
Yeah,
because the day after Halloween is All Saints' Day.
Aha! Thanks. I never knew that.
Okay, so anywho.
Kathleen is correct. It's October 31st.
Yes. And the next day is All Saints' Day. That's like a Catholic thing, I think.
Probably.
All right, so we all know, we've heard a lot of different ghost stories from the past, and it seems to be a lot of ghost stories spring up in the gold rush era here. And, there's so many legends from this era. mainly because, well, it was so lawless, right? People were really passionate about trying to strike it rich, and they would give up everything to go out and find gold. And gold, like we've said a lot, makes people do some crazy things.
Right.
So whatever the case, back then, there was a lot of violence. There were a lot of tragedies. People did die untimely. So with that, their spirits live on. So without further ado, this Halloween, this Halloween edition, we are going to visit some haunted places and legends of the Gold Rush era and the locations. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Coulterville, California. The Hotel Jeffrey. This was built in 1850. This was at the height of the gold rush. But they say practically every room in this hotel is haunted. The Jeffrey Hotel was first built in 1851. It was built to help stagecoach passengers on their way to Yosemite. The hotel reportedly has the oldest operating saloon in California. A little bit of history. Mm-hmm. The hotel did burn down 3 times prior to 1889. So this is a very historic area in Coulterville. They say this hotel is haunted. It actually is like a 3-story building. Ghosts seem, this was kind of funny, the ghosts there seem to be really interested in burning up vacuum cleaners.
Oh, wow.
I guess the hotel staff have reported 17 vacuums have, just stopped working. And they think it's because of all the energy in the place. The hotel is said to be haunted by a man in his 50s. He walks the halls. There's a woman in her 30s who wears a long gray skirt and puffy sleeves. She likes to hang out in the restaurant area. Okay. There's also a miner who haunts room 22.
Oh, cool.
And he hangs around at the bar. Go figure. Right. According to some of the waitresses at the bar, the ghost likes to rearrange the table settings. He'll put fresh towels down on the center of the beds instead of on the top of the dresser. Mm-hmm. And, he's not very threatening. He just likes to pull practical jokes.
Now, you do know, we drove past that
when
we were meeting up with Amra.
I have a picture of it somewhere.
Remember, Dennis?
The Hotel Jeffrey, when we were going up to see Shannon.
Who could be afraid of a Jeffrey?
I don't know. But that's so cool. We should have went there.
I know.
Oh, bad decision.
There's so many places I want to visit. Yeah. After doing these articles, I'm like, really? We're going to have to wander over there.
We need to wander ourselves to money.
All right, this one's a little short one. This one it's called Morasi's Chop House. This is in Clayton, California. It's formerly known as the La Crochet Restaurant. Uh-huh. The family steakhouse occupies the site of the old La Crochet Restaurant. The La Crochet was built in 1857, and it actually was built on the site of a very vicious gunfight that involved local miners. Legend has it that a stray bullet struck a little girl outside of the restaurant. The battle stopped, and the miners brought the girl inside, where she died. So today her ghost sometimes appears, and it is said that her blood still stains the carpet, and it's actually impossible to remove.
Oh, wow. Freaky.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Another story. This one also. This was in Coloma. This is a site of Sutter's Mill, where the gold rush officially begun. Bell's General Store. It was built in 1849 to, serve the miners. It was the center of the town at the time, and pretty much everyone in Coloma visited this store. So when they did, there was a bell on the door that was constantly ringing back in the day as people went in and out. anywho, today they say that they can still hear that bell as though it was still going on. Like the long dead clientele are still popping into the general store. Why is this so strange, you say? Well, the bell actually doesn't even exist anymore. So that is why it's weird to hear it.
So that is strange.
Yes. Another story. This one is in Georgetown, California. This is the American River Inn. This is I guess a very gorgeous historic hotel. It's said to be haunted by an old miner who likes to live in room 5. They say that he's friendly, but he, looks disheveled if you ever see him. Mm-hmm. What he does, he likes to wander the hotel and visit the rooms of honeymooners or other happy couples, because he likes to watch them. Evidently, when things get hot and heavy, if you stay at this hotel, that's when he appears. He like this one instance, the doorknob of the door that leads out to the balcony started to jiggle, and of course there was nobody out there. People do account, and I guess they have a book of where you can share your experiences staying there. Okay. And a lot of them, in room 5 experience the same type of thing. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of interesting. The reason why he haunts the hotel, well, they said that long time ago he was going to meet his girlfriend there at the hotel. Apparently she never showed up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, the story goes that he was so hurt that I guess he took his life. But
oh, jeez.
Yeah, but rumors has it that they actually do see the female. So maybe, I don't know what happened, but maybe they met there after all in their death.
Wow. Well, that's weird, though.
Maybe he's not watching. He's just looking at you like, what are you doing in my bed, dude?
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe. But, and anyway, he is really attractive. So if, Shad, if we ever stay there, we know what we got to do to get the ghost to show up.
Gotcha.
Ken, you got to be in apartment 5.
Right?
First you got to be in room 5.
Don't be licking gold pans.
Right. Yeah, it's just got weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here's another one. This is in Los Coches, Adobe, and this is in Soledad, California. In Soledad was once a major stop on the Wells Fargo stagecoach route, and many miners passed through the town. The old Adobe was the site of an accident. They think it was foul play in which several miners got trapped at the bottom of a well. Well, today, their screams can sometimes be heard as their ghosts cry out to be rescued, and people can still hear it today. A woman in black is actually also sometimes seen wandering the grounds. Her story isn't known. So that's the paranormal activity that you would experience there. The next one, and this one is in Fallbrook, California. Mm-hmm. The river crossing there is at the Santa Margarita River Bridge, and they say that this area is just plagued with mysterious occurrences and all kinds of paranormal activity since the gold rush. I guess it began when an entire wagon train was killed alongside the river. Since then, inexplicable disappearances and deaths have occurred. In the early 1900s, the very first prom at the newly built Fallbrook High School ended up in tragedy when 3 teens disappeared there. So the cases are unsolved to this date, but the area just seems to be haunted.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yes. This is actually one of my favorite stories. I did feature a little bit about this story last year, but I found some more information this year to kind of go into more of it.
Okay.
But this building is also in Coloma, California. There is a famous Victorian house called the Vineyard House. This is said to be haunted by its original owners for many years. The house was built sometime in the late 1800s. It was used over the years as a jail, an inn, and a restaurant, and obviously a winery.
Mm-hmm.
They say that supposedly the site is where some executions took place back in the day. The Vineyard House has a real sinister history because its original owner, Louisa Chalmers, she was said to drive her first husband to suicide and kept her second husband locked up in the basement. According to records, the original owners who built the house suffered one tragedy after another. So it went back like several of their young children had died. Their winery was eventually ruined because of some type of blight, and the husband contracted syphilis, which over time causes you to go blind and have mental illness. Well, because he became so violent from being mentally ill, his wife had him chained to a wall. That would be Louise. She had him chained to a wall in the basement, and he evidently died eventually. So that's how his ghost is said to haunt the place. The entire family, however, is buried across the street at a graveyard that overlooks the house. Reports of seeing ghosts in the graveyard have also been reported coming towards the house. One intriguing story was told by a couple. They were staying in one of the upstairs bedrooms, and it was pretty late at night when suddenly they were awakened by the sound of drunken men coming into the hallway downstairs. Okay. So they were so loud that, they went to go see what it was, and the husband said he saw some men, 3 men dressed in Victorian clothing, and they were climbing the stairwell. Wow. And then they just kind of faded. Huh. Another story. This is from a different couple who stayed at the inn. They were frightened so badly one night they just left in the middle of the night and left all of their belongings and everything. They just left. They didn't even go back.
It definitely scared them.
They say the basement of the building was a bar, and one night after, when it was closing, the owner was cleaning up and he was wiping down the bar, and he said there was one last glass at the far end of the bar, and when he was cleaning, the glass began to shake, and then suddenly it slid all the way across until it finally stopped in front of him. He had no explanation for what he had seen, so he only could attribute it to the guy who died chained to the wall in the basement. But there's a lot of scary instances that happen here. At first I wanted to Shad, we totally have to go wander here. Mm-hmm. But this is actually now a private residence. Oh. And you are not allowed to visit without permission from the landowner. They said that, with all of the notoriety that the place got, it was featured on, I don't know if you guys remember this show, That's Incredible.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love that show.
Yeah.
And Ripley's Believe It or Not. Yeah. So because it just got really famous, people were just visiting it just for ghost hunting, and they kind of got sick of it, and now you're not allowed.
Sounded to me like the ghost needed another drink.
Maybe. But now it is a private residence, so I think you can still go visit the cemetery across the street.
Uh-huh.
I forget it might be called the Pioneer Cemetery. I could be wrong. But that one is also a very haunted location in the area.
Pretty cool.
So there are a lot of haunted things around the gold rush era.
Right.
And then I'm going to end with the one that's a whole county, actually.
Okay.
It's haunted.
Okay.
This one, this is called Calaveras County, and it's in Northern California near Tulum.
Mm-hmm.
This has a history dating way back to the 1800s. They have a lot of ghosts that live in the county, evidently. There's a lot of hotels in this county as well. Just to name one, the Murphy's Historic Hotel. It's been in operation since 1856, and famous people have gone there. And what they say is the ghost of Eleanor lives there. She is a former maid at the hotel. She mostly haunts the kitchen and the room they call the Mark Twain Ballroom, because Mark Twain used to stay there. She's not alone. The hotel staff and guests also report hearing children, as well as seeing a gentleman ghost, and they refer to him as John. So also in Calaveras County, there is called the Gold Digger Saloon. Mm-hmm. This saloon is, it's been...
Get him up! Get him up!
Scared the dogs.
Does that wake you up?
That was kind of scary.
Oh, wow.
Why are they barking?
don't
I think
know.
the dogs got spooked
See?
from my stories.
I think so, man. You're scaring the dogs.
I think so. They heard the handle jiggle.
Anyway, we've got teenagers coming in and out of the house. So
It's all right.
the dogs always, even though they know who they are, they have to still bark.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just doing their job.
That's it.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
So in Calaveras County, there's a multiple haunted locations, and the Gold Digger Saloon, that is another one that you can, I think you can still go see that one. It's part of the Central Park Hotel. But anyway, it was an old brothel, and of course, we all know that nothing crazy goes on in those places.
No, never.
But anyway, why is this county so haunted? They say that Calaveras County has their fair share of hanging trees that are still alive.
Sure.
So they say they attribute the hauntings to a lot of the hangings that were going on back then. At the time, you had vigilante law. It was just,
Anarchy.
the Wild West.
Sure. It was anarchy is what it was. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so that's a whole county. So if anybody out there is listening who lives there,
Go
share your
check it out.
stories.
Yeah, and check
Very, very cool.
Yeah, and check it out tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
I bet those are fun places to go on
yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
So that was this year's Halloween edition.
Oh.
Hope you guys don't have nightmares.
Uh-huh. I'm sure I will. Thank you. Awesome, Kathleen.
Although I have some bucket list items that I want to do now. I mean, we're going to be staying
now
at
you
the
do.
haunted San Carlos Hotel in Phoenix.
No?
So be sure to hear some reports on that.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah. Especially if it's one you stay at. You know?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that, but
That'll be cool.
Well, Scott, we will brief you. Maybe next week or something. We'll do more research on it, but we're actually gonna probably do our video because Shad and I we try to make the most out of our wandering experiences,
Uh-huh.
and whenever we can fit in, either going to a ghost town or staying at a haunted hotel when we got business to do, we'll still find a way.
I think it's cool that,
yeah, no doubt.
that you're staying at a haunted hotel. You're not just staying at the Holiday Inn Express. It's like,
Unless you guys run off and leave all your stuff, then I really want to hear about this.
yeah. I
No,
love
they
hearing
can't
about
have
it.
my shoes.
Yeah, so you got to report on that. See if like you did the last time you stayed at one. That
Yep.
was cool. So yeah, definitely. It's a
Like
shame.
when we were in Tombstone, we
Yeah,
stayed
right.
at that haunted brothel. We had an experience
Have you
there.
ever stayed at a haunted hotel on Halloween, Kathleen?
Not
No.
on Halloween, no.
Do you want to?
Like-
Something you'd want to
bucket
do?
You
list.
know, I'm just not a Halloween person.
Right. Okay.
Just because I'm always fascinated with the paranormal, like 365 days of the year.
It's the devil.
So
it's the devil, Bobby.
it's just another night.
Yeah, it's cool though. Do you ever go on any ghost hunts though?
Yes.
Oh, you have done those?
We've been on couple.
Okay.
We did the Gettysburg one.
We did one in Gettysburg,
Okay.
and then we also did one in Tombstone.
Okay.
That's
Which the Tombstone one is at the Birdcage Theater. We actually have some video footage of that we've been working on, but things like Alaska and stuff gets in the way.
All right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it's a documentary one, but we had an experience there that was kind of creepy. I'll share it.
Yeah. Sure.
We were
cool.
in the dark room, and I was sitting at the end, and I know that there was somebody standing behind me. I could just feel it, but it was dark, so I didn't know. But anyway, somebody from across the room saw it behind me.
Really?
Yeah, and it was kind of creepy. And you can hear him on the video. We have a video about it. And he goes, yeah, it's right behind her,
cool.
pointing in my direction. Because I was at the very end, so.
That's cool.
But,
that.
At the time, Kathleen's like, this ain't cool.
No, that is cool.
It's so, I've always been kind of sensitive to that stuff anyway. And to have someone validate what I was feeling was kind of interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, that drunk guy was a hoot.
Whatever. I
was waiting for it. I was so waiting.
I remember when you guys did that video with the dowsing rods and stuff. That was pretty freaky.
Yeah, the one in Niagara.
Yeah.
And then we also have another one we haven't released yet, and this was in Indiana at that old the canyon at the old asylum there. Something really creepy happened there that we got on footage too. So.
Oh, see, that's cool.
The Wandering Buffaloes.
Ghost hunters.
But you never did no haunted asylums or nothing like that yet?
No, I don't do the haunted houses that they have where people dress up and try to scare you.
No, not that junk.
No.
Go to the old asylum.
No, I have not been to anything in Ohio.
Oh, you need to do some of them where they take you.
We should
stay there all night.
Why don't you go by yourself and camp there overnight?
No.
Well, you do stay there all night. You definitely do, but it'd be weird, I think. You
can make the video look like the Blair Witch Project. Just run through the woods.
I know. Just film yourself the whole time. You'll be okay.
Whatever.
I always loved that. I was like, film yourself in the dark running through the woods. You're guaranteed to run into a tree. I guarantee.
I know.
You guys done?
They are not. Right?
I'm done.
Are you done, Kathleen?
I'm done.
Oh, thank God.
Shad was getting too scared.
I was.
I was too.
Spooky.
It was scaring me.
I just can't wait till I move out west. I'm just saying, because I've always been fascinated with the stories, and that's going to be a whole other set of adventures. I just can't wait.
Oh yeah, they got a lot more to offer out there, right? Yeah.
I mean, we have stuff here, but
not like they.
It's not the same.
It's not. It's not.
No, it's different. It's different.
It's definitely different.
There's some people come out here and they're like, heck no, man, I want to go back.
Sure.
And then there's people like me that just like it out here, so.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Hey, it's anywhere like that's warm. It's for me. That's all I need, warm.
And there's gold.
And there's gold. And there's...
That's the biggest part of it right there.
Yeah. There's just all kinds of cool stuff out there. It would be nice. Mm-hmm. It would be. That would be cool. So, I don't know. So, anything else, Scott? You?
No, not really. I was trying to look up some different stuff earlier today, and I was like, I couldn't really find anything good. And there's some certain things I was like, man, I think I heard Kathleen talk about that before. I just didn't want to bring up something old, and because you might have a recap on something, and I didn't want to blow it. It's hard to find stuff, but yeah. No, nothing really. I'm just glad everybody got to come in tonight and hear me. And for all my friends out there that I posted on tonight, some friends out of Idaho, some friends out of the East Coast, everybody like that. I actually posted the thing in to see if we can get some good listeners in tonight and maybe have fun with people on Halloween night, or the night before Halloween, I should say.
Right. It's we'll call it Halloween. Well, it's Halloween Eve, I guess, right?
Right. So. But like I said, I want to thank everybody, because there's people I post my stuff on their page every now and then just to get it out there. So I appreciate that all the way around.
Oh my God, is this like an acceptance speech or something?
I'd like to thank.
Oh my God.
Hey, there's sometimes, you got to thank people for letting you do things.
Yeah.
Keep laughing,
I
funny.
want to thank the Academy. Yeah, keep going, Scott. You get them all in there?
No, yeah, that's it. I'm just saying, I did, like I said, I do a lot of cross posting with people, so.
That's awesome.
It is. Yeah, we want to thank. See, Scott, I just go. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And not, just everybody. Definitely, I'm not excluding nobody. I want to thank everybody.
No, I wasn't excluding nobody.
Well, no,
everybody knows we thank them for listening. I'm just saying.
I want to thank all my
the ones
Facebook friends.
The ones that actually use their pages.
I want to thank all my YouTube followers, all the tweets on Twitter. Yeah, no, it's just I just want to thank everybody. Short and sweet. It's like easy peasy.
Just never mind.
I'd like to thank all the people who give me thumbs down.
Yep, I like it.
Just try harder.
Yeah, a big thumbs up for the thumbs down, right?
Yep.
It shows us you were listening.
That's right. That's the way I
and
see
that
it.
you care enough
to
let us know.
That is the truth right there. Amen. I heard that. So yes.
I always just if you get a thumbs down, they're always going to share it at least once.
Hey.
Well, they're obviously watching you, so that's a watch.
I know.
Right, it's a view.
You're like the one per subscriber, like you can depend on for an interaction.
Yeah, you guarantee that you're getting a view on that video by at least.
Exactly.
It's all about the views.
And when you don't see it in that one video, you're like, man, he didn't want to watch this one?
Yeah, right.
Where'd
It
he
bums
go?
you out.
What's wrong?
You miss them, kind of, don't you?
Then, like a couple weeks later, he hits it in the other ones, and it's like, oh, okay, welcome back.
It's the nature of the beast, I guess, right?
Don't forget about Tuesday night hangout with Ed and Jesse.
Oh, that's right. Tuesday night hangouts. What's today's? Today's Wednesday, right? Oh, yeah. They had that yesterday. But don't forget.
I was going to say that was last night.
The next Tuesday.
So
Don't forget.
Tuesday,
Don't forget.
But we'll remind you Sunday to tune in to Ed, Jess, Dano, and Tuesday night hangouts at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over there on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to join us Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for another great show. Halloween will be done and gone, and we'll get back to our gold business, and Swiftwater will be here, and yeah.
So good night, gold diggers.
So yeah, Kathleen got you already. We're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all Sunday. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Happy Halloween, gold miners.
Tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to
Scott, did you check your Facebook?
www.prospectorsradio.com.
And thank your Facebook friends. Scott. Oh, crap. I lost you guys.